Hello, this is an update about the California Cradle to Career Data System. I'm Mer Curry Nuñez, and these updates are as of January 2024. The objectives of this update are to provide an overview of the California Cradle to Career Data System, describe ways to get involved with C2C, describe the data provider and tools, describe the process for enhancing the Cradle to Career Data System, discuss upcoming proposals that I'm working on, and offer a way to provide any questions after seeing this update. The mission of the Cradle to Career Data System is to be a statewide data system that will provide tools to help students reach their goals and deliver information on education and workforce outcomes. The vision is to connect individuals and organizations with trusted information and resources, providing insights into critical milestones in the pipeline from early care to K-12 to higher education, skills training, and employment. The data system empowers individuals to reach their full potential and fosters evidence-based decision-making to help California build a more equitable future. C2C will provide data-informed tools to help students reach their college and career goals. It'll also deliver information on education and workforce outcomes. Intended to be a user-friendly system, it will include resources focused on early learning through K-12, higher education, financial aid, and social services. California's Cradle to Career information is separate and disconnected, and the point of this data system is to connect them. It is difficult to share information to support planning and transitions for students otherwise. At NCCPC, we believe that one of the root causes that prevent organizations or agencies from creating equitable systems and policies for post-secondary access and success or workforce access, earnings, and wealth when working alone are fragmented data systems and information. The other root causes are siloed programs, lack of cultural competence, and other root causes that have the potential to be addressed through C2C. To get involved, you have several options. You can join scheduled community conversations where you can engage the public through interactive webinars. You can attend the Data and Tools and/or Community Engagement Advisory Board meetings. You can attend the governing board meetings, or you can attend ad hoc committee meetings for the Governance Manual, Executive Director, Strategic Planning, and Advisory Board Selection ad hoc committees. I also encourage you to consider applying for future roles on the governing or advisory board, the governing or advisory boards. We want to congratulate Dr. Christopher Nellum of the Education Trust West for his appointment to the Data System Governing Board, and congratulations to Diana of Brave and Bay Area for her appointment to the Data and Tools Advisory Board. You can find a schedule of all upcoming meetings and access past meeting agendas and minutes on their website on the meetings page. You'll note that they've started to host local community conversations. There's one scheduled for January in Sacramento and one for February in the Bay Area in Oakland. Locally, you can get more involved with C2C by engaging with your local K16 collaboratives. Here in San Jose, we have the Bay Area K16 Collaborative, which serves the Bay Area community with also a focus in San Francisco, San Jose, and East Bay. C2C is in the middle of year 3 of a 5-year timeline. When you go to the roadmap on the website, you'll find their work plan for the year, which is broken down by operations, analytical data, practical tools, engagement, and the boards. You can drill down into the 7-page PDF to look at their high-level milestones across each category over the rest of the next 3 years. You can also drill down into the year's timelines for analytical data if you want to learn more about the work with the initial dashboards and the query builder. C2C just completed their 2023 student experience audit. The audit focused on 5 issue areas concerning the college and financial aid application process. 1, applying for college. 2, applying for financial aid. 3, receipt of financial aid. 4, requesting transcripts. And 5, transferring credits. You can explore the 53-page report or the 2-page executive summary on their website. C2C has 12 listed data providers on their website. The ones called out the most in the 5-year timeline are CCGI, CCC, CSU, UCOP, AICCU, CDE, and CSAC. On another page of their website, you'll find the list of 200 plus data points, which you can now search through. When you drill down into a data element, you'll get some important information about it, such as the list of relevant data providers, how it will be displayed, available years that we have the data for, and the geography that the data will cover, including the display level, such as institution, region, or statewide. The reason that exploring the data elements is important is that you can identify possible areas for improvement. For example, NCCPC is a coalition of college promise programs, so we care about how college promise participation is measured. Currently, the data in the data system is only for 2007 to 2008. However, over 100 college promise programs were launched after 2008, according to an analysis of college promise data from WestEd and the national nonprofit College Promise. Here is a deeper dive of the data you can expect to see when you look up the data elements and providers. Data includes student characteristics, K-12 information like A through G eligibility, financial aid details like amounts received by type of aid and amount of debt, and social services like CalFresh and CalWork statuses. As of this October, when we received a list of K-12 partners from CCGI, we were able to find the following information about school district partners in the Silicon Valley. What is important in terms of the point in this slide is that we're still waiting for many school districts and schools to come on board to using californiacolleges.edu. There are several factors for why school districts may not sign on right away, or even if they do, may not implement it district-wide immediately. Some of the reasons include, is there someone at the school or district who knows about California Colleges and its benefits? Is there a person or a small group who can focus some of their time on building internal capacity to use California Colleges, launch an action plan, and implement that plan with all necessary stakeholders? When is the right time to implement, and who are the right stakeholders to pilot with first? For example, do we start with all 9th or all 12? And are there other tools or competing products that need to be considered for schools and district partners? The following shows data for NCCPC's footprint minus Fresno, which we scaled to this year. Information is broken down between partner school districts, which are districts who power californiacolleges.edu accounts with transcript data to support A through G planning and benchmarking. And we separate out open access schools and districts who don't share any data. Coming soon in 2024, folks will start to see data dashboards, interactive tutorials and videos, informational one-pagers, guides by personas, and learning agendas. Examples of questions the dashboards will answer include, where do young people in my county go after high school? Are they getting the preparation they need to land and keep jobs with living wages? And what do those trajectories look like when the data is broken down by race, gender, and/or geography? When you drill down into the dashboard's webpage, you'll learn more about each of the different types of dashboards, such as the pathway diagram, early education, college and career readiness, financial aid, and employment outcomes dashboards. Using financial aid as an example, you learn that the goal for students and families is to clarify how financial aid enables students to enroll in and complete post-secondary education, build awareness about institutional variables that influence student outcomes, and support advocacy for improvements in state financial aid systems. The first opportunity to understand what it looks like to submit proposals for enhancements to C2C started this summer in 2023. In September, my proposal was the first and only proposal received by the Community Engagement Advisory Board. On this slide, you can see that the authority of the two advisory boards are different. For community engagement, their authority is to create strong feedback loops with data users, support evidence-based decision-making and analytical capacity, and ensure equitable access to actionable information. For data and tools, their authority is to ensure the data system is providing actionable information and identify ways to improve access to that information. One proposal was submitted for discussion at the Community Engagement Advisory Board meeting in September 23, and 3 were submitted for discussion at the Data and Tools Advisory Board meeting in October 2023. The Data and Tools Advisory Board received a total of 7 proposals, but only the top 3 ranking were agendized. Proposals were submitted by Marshall Anthony Jr. at TCAS. He submitted 4. So you see Vikash Reddy is from Campaign for College Opportunity and Jennifer Orlick's from Campbell Union High School District. You'll also note that the 3 data and tools proposals, the first is around A through G, adding or changing data around A through G course sequencing, attempted, as well as ABIP courses and dual enrollment courses. The second is around high school completion outcomes. And the third is around tracking students returning to post-secondary beyond the second year. The other 4 proposals that were not agendized, 3 came from Anthony Jr. and 1 from Lisa Chavez with the State Bar of California. The next steps after a proposal is submitted and approved is that it is scheduled for a feasibility study. Unfortunately, all 4 proposals between the 2 advisory boards were approved. We encourage you to attend and give public comment at one of these advisory board meetings coming up. The feasibility studies, the primary goal is to assess the practicality and implications of implementing the proposal. It serves as a rigorous investigation into the many facets involved in bringing the proposal to fruition. There are 3 areas of consideration in generating the feasibility study: data, cost, and compliance. The upcoming Governance Manual Review Committee meeting on January 13, which has passed by the time this video was recorded, it determined the recommendation of what the process would look like this year around proposals. It also includes changes to 4 sections of the governance manual: governing board member expectations, as well as advisory board member expectations, the advisory board recommendation progress, and congruence with the role of the community engagement advisory board versus the authority. The following slide highlights some of the items that we found in the governance manual changes. For example, there's member expectations around absences. And for the board recommendation process, they are opening up the process so that people from the public can submit proposals as well. And each of the advisory boards can submit to each other's boards different proposals. And the following demonstrates the proposed new process for advisory board recommendations. We will find out the result once the minutes from the January 30 meeting are posted. This calendar year, in addition to advancing my proposal past the feasibility stage around student leadership being codified for all 3 boards, I intend to submit 3 proposals. 1 around child savings accounts, the other around college promise, and a 3rd around scholarship displacement. Please reach out to me if you'd like to support the development of 1 or more of these proposals. The following provides a summary of the 3 proposals I hope to submit, as well as the partners who I've begun working with to strengthen them. The child savings account proposal is to add an indicator to track CalKids utilization. The college promise is to change the existing indicator to expand the data set beyond what's listed now for 2007 to 2008, and hopefully see more college promise program utilization in future data sets. And last is to add a data element to track financial aid displacement with scholarship displacement as a specific use case. To close, the calls to action shared during this presentation are: 1, get involved. You can attend upcoming meetings, give public comment, and apply for future board seats. 2, attend one of the March advisory board meetings or both on March 5th and March 20th to give public comment, learn about the feasibility studies for the 4 proposals, and engage in the process meaningfully. Related note that you can join the July 10 joint board meeting, which is a unique opportunity to observe one of the Cradle to Career board meetings, because it's the only time where we meet jointly as advisory board members. Thank you so much for your time. I hope that you learned a lot about the Cradle to Career data system. I look forward to any questions or feedback that folks have.